Now the next part is air distribution system. After air transmission system of your air handling plant or air handling unit, now the next thing what we have to discuss is air distribution system. After transmitting the conditioned air from conditioning plant to the room, it has to be distributed uniformly to that particular conditioned space, and that's why it is important to design an air distribution system very properly. Okay, because you have conditioned the air in that particular plant through certain ducts, you are able to transmit it, you are able to carry it up to the room. Now it enters to your distribution system. Okay, and in distribution system it should be designed in such a way that the combination of all the desired properties has to be maintained when it is get distributed. Okay, certain terms that can come across to you when you will deal with the air distribution, that is intake and outlet. The first thing, intake and outlet, these are simply an openings. Okay, the openings which are provided for supplying the air or return air that would be used as a recirculated air. Okay, uh, the different openings that could be grills, resistors, diffusers, etc. Okay, they're useful for distributing the air. Now related to the air, few more terms that can come across, that is a primary air. Okay, there which is coming out of your outlet. There could be a secondary air. Okay, that is the room air picked by the primary air by entrainment, and the sum of these two, that could be called as a total air. Okay, and at the same time there is one more term that can be come across your duct as well as in your distribution system, that is aspect ratio, that is a grill dimension ratio. That is, in terms of ducts, we can say that it is length and width, the ratio of two dimensions. Okay, along with that, now we will have to deal with certain principles of air distribution system. Okay, the main purpose of your air distribution system is to create the proper combination of temperature, humidity, and air velocity maintained in the occupied zone of the conditioned room. Okay, whatever the temperature, humidity, and air velocity is needed in that room, that has to be maintained when you are distributing that air. Okay, it should not be like that in some part of the room or at the some level of that particular height or from the datum the temperature is different or humidity is different or velocities get disturbed. That should not be happen. Again, air stratification, temperature difference, dead pockets, high draft, stagnation layers, convection currents, that must be avoided. Okay, there has to be no any temperature difference. The air stratification, okay, the level or layers of air with different temperature, and they are not get disturbed even the system isn't running. Okay, that could happen because of density difference. Okay, the warm air that goes in the upward direction and the cold air that gets sinks, that would be on the lower side only. So the topmost layer air that is not get disturbed by your conditioning system, that not by that conditioned plant, that should not be happen. Okay, again, the temperature difference, even if it is happening, that should not be larger than 1 degree Celsius inside a room. And if you are talking about a building, it should not be more than 2 degrees Celsius in a two different rooms. And velocity, it must be in the range of 7 to 17 meter per minute to avoid the high drafts. See, the proper designing and installation of air distribution system can reduce the equipment size and can also save the cost of complete unit. And the number of outlets depends upon the total quantity of air to be distributed and the size and the type of outlet which you have selected. Now different types of outlet now we will see. These are the types of distribution devices or supply outlets. First one is the grills and resistors. Now grills, these are simply nothing but a frame with fixed bar, fixed or adjustable bars. You can see this figure. Okay, along with, as this outlet is connected to your duct, that's why the duct width and the duct height is also mentioned here, to which, to the end of that duct, this outlet is get connected. Okay, for proper connection, for proper you can say that coupling of these two things, the dimensions of duct that is also given. Along with that, there are certain vents or fixed bars, you can say, that is horizontal and vertical. These are provided, and this can be used when the air capacity or air quantity is accurately known or it is not to be get changed. Okay, because these are the fixed bars, they'll not move at all, they'll be as it is, and whatever the quantity of air you are supplying to that room, if it is fixed, it is not likely to get changed, then you can go for this grills. Okay, and if you want to control the volume of air and if you are providing some dampers over there, then that could be called as a resistors. Now these are the slot diffusers, slot diffuser outlets. Now these are the provided on the side walls. Okay, on particular height, on side walls, long length around 30-meter plenum box is provided, which is having multiple slots. Okay, you can see over here, this is that particular plenum box, and here you will have different outlets, that outlets or different slots that can be provided for supplying or distributing the air in different rooms. Okay, again it can be used for both supply as well as for return air, and multiple slots and some deflecting vents would be provided here. And the ceiling diffuser outlets, now it consists of concentric rings which are placed one above each other, and they have arranged in the fixed directions. This could be round, square, or that could be in the rectangular shape. Okay, as I've said, the concentric rings, they are in the multiple layers one above each other. Again, the damper would also be present over there for controlling the volume of air, and you can refer the sketch. Again, the duct size, the duct would be connected on that particular diffuser on that outlet, and the concentric rings are also provided. This is the ceiling. This is ceiling, and there is an arrangement of duct. Okay, the air would coming out like this. Now this is the neck of your diffuser system, ceiling diffuser system, and the fixed vanes are provided. Again, these are few distribution system, that is ejector downward. Now the figure itself, it can indicates you the flow of air, that is for inlet and the outlet. One is from the ejector side and one is from the ceiling side, that is on the downward side. So this is all about your unit number 5. Next part, in next particular video recording, will go for the unit number 6, that is of load estimations.